Fantastic. So welcome, guys. Welcome to this a free webinar for teenagers who are going to be facing exams very soon. So this year, it's a critical year for many of you, depending on what class grade you're in. But this is specifically for you. I've created this specifically for you because I know that you have exams coming up very, very soon. Okay, so I will start with that and say Happy New Year. And what I just want to remind us, and I know that you guys know this, a lot of things that I'm going to share with you today probably are not things that you've never heard before. You've heard them before, but there's something about being reminded of things. And I'm someone who, my name is Fina Chichi, and I'm someone who loves to encourage teens. I love to inspire teens. I love to empower teens. I love to remind teens of how great they are. That's who I am. It's my passion. So at the start of the year, I know that many of you maybe have started school or are going to start school next week. So I felt that this was a perfect time to actually come to you guys and actually just encourage you guys, because I really do believe in you guys, and I know that you guys can make it. I know that you guys will succeed, but you guys need that reminder. You need that encouragement. We all need encouragement. I don't think there's anyone on this planet that doesn't need encouragement. So that's my job here, is to encourage you guys. And with that, I want to share some great tips for you that will help you towards your revision, that would help you towards getting prepared for your exams that are coming up this year. Okay? A lot of times we might be asking ourselves, what's the point of these exams? Why do we really need these exams? Is it necessary? Are we going to use it in the future? But there's something that I know about these exams. The homeworks we're doing, the exams, having to go to school, having to get to school on time. These are all tasks. These are all habits that you are building for your future self. These are all habits that would help you, lead you, and take you to where you want to be. They serve as cars, they serve as vehicles that will get you to where you want to be. So your work, your exams, your studying, these are not a waste of time. These are for you to get you to where you want to go. Okay? They're for you to get you to where you want to go. And they're also part of your life's greater goals. For this life that you're in, there's some greater goals that you want to achieve. Now, these things that you're doing now, these preparations that you're making now, these are things that's going to lead you and guide you to get to your greater goals, because you deserve those greater goals, but you've got to work hard to actually get to those goals. All right, so what time is it? We need to step it up. Now it's 2009. Now it's the new year, 2019. It's January. We have got to step it up, because guess what, guys? You've only got one full quarter left, as in January, February, and March. That's the only quarter that you've got left. The only full quarter that you've got left, or should I say a quarter less 5 days, because today is the 5th. The next quarter is going to be April, May, June. Many of you are going to start your exams by May and hopefully be done by June. So we really don't have the second full quarter. We don't have it because your exams are going to be started by then. So really, the only full quarter you have now is January to March. That's the only full quarter you've got. The next one will be your exam quarter. That's when your exams will start in the second quarter, in the second quarter. So it's really important that you know that this is the time to step it up. This is the time to put in everything that you've got. Okay? So these are three things here, are three things I want you to remember before I go into the tips that I want to share with you. Number one, you deserve those amazing grades. I want you to always remember that. You deserve those amazing grades. Number two, you can achieve those amazing grades. You deserve it and you can achieve it. Number three is that it takes you believing that you can and putting in the work that is required to actually achieve it. So number one, you deserve it. Number two, you can achieve it. Number three, it's going to take you believing that you can and also putting in the work behind it for you to achieve it. I just want us to remember those as we go along. Okay? Fantastic. So I'm going to share 10 great tips for you in regards to these exams. And these tips that I'm going to share with you, my desire is that you take them on board when you're studying. You take them on board when you're about to revise. You take them on board as you plan, because they will help motivate you. because what you want to do is you want to be able to self-motivate yourself. Self-motivates you. You want to be able to motivate yourself, and these tips are great for with motivating yourself. They are great tools to be able to motivate yourself. Number one tip I want to share with you guys is that your success comes at a price. Your success comes at a price. You see, we see successful people and we're like, wow, they're successful, they're doing this, they're doing that. But guess what? Look at this image down here. There's a lot of things that's happened under the surface. So we are seeing the success, but guess what? They've had to work hard. It comes at a price. They've had to work hard. They've had to be persistent. They've had late nights, because late nights, through working hard, they've had late nights. They've had rejections. They've had sacrifices. They've had to be disciplined. They've had criticism. So people may not really understand how they're working hard and start to criticize them. But this is not the time to listen to people that are criticizing us. No, because we know what we want. They've had doubts. Sometimes they're doubting themselves. Can I really make this? But they keep on going. They keep on persevering. They've had failures. People have had failures. We've made mistakes before. But we would not allow those mistakes that we've made to affect the success that we deserve. So the number one tip for you guys is success comes at a price. Remember that success comes at a price. So when you're working hard, when you're doing all the things that you're doing, when you're having those late nights, when you're like, oh, do I really have to do this? Remember that success comes at a price. Okay? Number two, you've just got to start. This is 2019. We're in January. Let us just start. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And I've always loved this quote on the side here, which says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So even if you don't think you have studied as much as you should by January now, start now. Don't worry about what you didn't do last year. Last year is gone. Don't worry about what you didn't do. This is the year now to start. Start to put in the work. Start to form the habits. Start to put the discipline in. Start to manage your time. We're going to talk about that later. But this is the time to start. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to start to become great. Start where you are. Okay? So that's number two tip. Number three, I'm going to say now, is go back to the drawing table. Go back to the drawing table. What were your plans? What actions were you going to take, or what actions are you going to take? Review them and make some changes. Make the changes that are needed for you to step up. Because yes, you may have made some plans, but now you're looking at it and if you've reviewed it, you're thinking, okay, I need to do more on this. I need to study more on this topic. I need to do more practice question papers. There are various things that you want to do more of and that you should learn to do more of. This is the time to go back to that drawing table. This is the time to actually say, you know what? What are my plans? What actions do I need to do? Come on, let's do them. Okay, so that's number three. Number four is to remember that your time is really, really crucial. Very, very crucial, I must say, guys. Time management is key. Although it seems hectic, as long as you manage your time properly, you can get everything done. This is John Cena. John Cena is a wrestler, isn't he? Yeah, he's a wrestler. So it's not just about studying. It's not just about, yes, you're students. So yes, yours refers to in your studying. People out there, the sports stars, the wrestlers, all these guys out there that are succeeding in what they're doing have come to realize that time management is key. So for you to succeed in your exams, for you to succeed in whatever it is that you want to do in life, you have to remember that time is key. Although it may seem hectic, as long as you manage your time properly, you can get everything done. I love that. Number five is your decision counts. I found this quote a bit earlier on, and I thought this is a good quote to get you up when you don't feel like doing anything. Remember, you are one decision away from a totally different life. Every time that you step up to study, every time that you step up to do something that counts, you are going closer to the totally different life that you want. You want success. You deserve success. You deserve success. As they say, Christ came. I'm Christian, so Christ came to give us an abundant life. You deserve the abundant life. For you to have that abundant life, you've got to take care of your decisions. Your decisions count for you to have that totally different life. So always remember that when you're about to study or when you don't feel like you're in the mood and you want to pick yourself back up, remember that your decision counts. Fantastic. Number 6 I've got here is read more. You know, a lot of times we hear people say, "Oh, leaders are readers" and stuff like that, and that is so true. Leaders read. But this quote here is one quote that picks me up more, that really wakes me up more. Yes, we know that leaders read, but guess what here is? This says that those that don't read will eventually depend on those that read. And something else that I tell teenagers when I'm talking to teenagers as well is that if people say, "Oh, I can't be bothered about reading," and we know that leaders are readers, that means your people are literally saying they can't be bothered about leading. And the beautiful thing about reading these days is that there's loads of various versions of reading. You can read, you can audio, you can listen to audio, you can go online. There's so many different ways that you can actually read. Get books that inspire you. Read biographies. Apart from your books, of course, for your exams, read other things that inspire you, that lift you up. Development books. These kind of books are always good for the mind. They really, really do help you in terms of reading. But get a culture of reading. Get into the habit of reading, because it does pay off. And we don't want to depend on those that read. We want to be those that read, so that those that don't read can depend on us later on in the future. Yeah? Okay? Fantastic. So I love that as well. Number 7, surround yourself with the right people. You see, in this period where you're having exams, in this period where you've got these big exams that you're going to face, you've got to surround yourself with the right people, because you want to surround yourself with people who are thinking like you think, who are eager to study, who are eager to make those great grades. If you hang out with people who can't be bothered, guess what? That can't be botheredness will rub off on you. So you want to surround yourself with the right people, so that you motivate each other, so that you encourage each other to go out there and do your very, very best. So surround yourselves with the right people. Number 8 is work hard. You've got to work hard. Hard work pays off. There's no one that succeeds today without working hard. I mean, when we talk about succeed, we know what we're talking about. The real long-term success, it requires hard work. And now that you're working hard, guys, all you're doing now is building up those habits, so that when you grow up, when you become adults, you're already used to it. You're not learning it from afresh. Many adults today are learning how to work hard afresh because they didn't really get into those habits as kids. But now, as young as you are, this is the best time to learn how to work hard. This is the best time to create that habit, so that later on there, you are the prepared ones. You are the ones that can tackle a task. You are the ones that can solve problems. That's what we want. So start now and start to work hard. Build up that working hard ethic. Okay? Fantastic. Number 9, it's part of 8 as well. Laziness is not for those who succeed. I love this quote, and it's a quote from Proverbs. Proverbs 24 says, "If you're too lazy to plow, don't expect to harvest." When I read that, I was like, it's so true. If you're too lazy to study hard, if you're too lazy to do the work, don't expect a great grade. Don't expect a great grade. So laziness is not for those who want to succeed. And I know that you guys are not lazy. I know that you guys want to work hard, and you guys want to achieve what it is that you deserve to achieve. Okay? So remember, laziness is a no-no. Yeah? It's a no-no. Number 9, planning is key. I can't speak enough about planning. Planning is so crucial. We talk about planning all the time because it is something that benefits everyone. If you fail to plan, the quote says, you're pretty much planning to fail. And I know that none of us plan to fail. I know that none of us are saying that we are going to fail. That's not the point. None of us want to fail. But the key is we have to plan. If you've got your subjects that you're going to be looking at, what's the plan? What's your study plan like? Have you gotten the topics you're going to study for the week? Have you gotten the chapters and the subjects that you must complete an area by the end of this week? You've got to plan it. If you don't plan, then you're planning to fail. Have a sheet, make up a plan, put a plan into place. This is what I want to do by the end of this week. This is what I want to do by the end of today. Have that plan, guys, because when you have that plan, you have a focus. When you have that plan, you are going towards a goal. Yeah? But without a plan, you can just dilly-dally. Oh, I will do it tomorrow. Oh, yes, okay. Let's leave it till next week. Oh, you would always be back and forth. So learn how to plan. And if you don't know how to plan, ask for help. Ask your teachers, ask your parents, ask for help. You can even ask me, because I'm going to create something as well, like a little mini, but it's going to be an online stuff with Excel, a little planner that you can also use. I'll create that and send to you guys. But I think it's really, really important that you do learn how to plan, because planning will get you where you need to go. All right. And number 10 is, I love this quote. Let's read this quote. It says, the person you will be in 5 years, it can be any amount of years, but this quote is saying 5 years. The person you will be in 5 years depends largely on the information you feed your mind with. So it's really, really important that you feed your mind with the right information. If you feed your mind with lots of negativity, guys, it would affect your determination to study. It will affect the motivation to actually get there and revise if you feed yourself with negative things. So it's important that you feed yourself with the right things for your mind. And I've written here, number 10 tip is that the person who you will be needs to be fed today, but needs to be fed with the right information. So whatever it is you're watching, whatever it is you're listening to, make sure that you're listening to positive things that lift you up, not negative things that bring you down, not negative things that make you worry about stuff. Make sure that you're listening to things that will uplift you. And guys, with that, you will have a very, very successful year. And you know me, I love affirmations, and I love us to make our commitments and commit to what we want to do. So I want us to say this: I commit to planning. Maybe what I can do, let me unmute you guys so that I can hear you guys say it. Okay, I'm going to unmute you guys so that I can hear you guys repeat it, because when you say something, you believe it more and you do it more. Okay, I commit to planning.
I commit to planning.
Fantastic. I commit to working hard.
I commit to working hard.
I commit to protecting my time.
I commit to protecting my time.
I am prepared to win.
I'm prepared to win.
Fantastic. Positivity is my choice.
Positivity is my choice.
I deserve those great grades. Fantastic. My choices do matter.
My choices do matter.
Fantastic. I am in this to win this.
I am in this.
Fantastic. I love that one. And then some more that we're going to say here. I always improve. I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am a hard worker.
I am a hard worker.
I am respectful.
I am respectful.
I am bold.
I'm bold.
I am bold.
I can make it.
I can make it.
I can make it.
I will make it.
I
I
will.
will make it.
I must make it.
I must make it.
I help others.
I help
I
others.
help others.
I am enough.
I am enough.
Okay, fantastic, guys. You guys, well done, well done, well done. My desire is that this has actually helped in one way or the other. Take hold of the tips that I've shared. In times when you're studying and you don't really feel like it, or you're thinking to yourself, what's the point? Look back at these tips that we have shared with you. What I will probably do is send you guys copies of this, or send you the video because I've recorded it. I'll send that to you so that you can always just remind yourselves of these tips that I've shared. Okay? Fantastic. Thank you guys so much. I wish you guys all the best as you start school next week. Go out there and do your best. Go out there and believe that you can achieve. And go out there and be you. You are amazing. Okay? You are, I'm going to have to mute again. You are simply amazing. So go out there and be the best that you can be. Okay? All right. Take care, guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you for joining. Thanks. Bye.